Nothing. So, and absolutely, that will be the most common question that like a surgeon would say, well, how is this going to make me a better surgeon? So you're right. It's not that we were bad surgeons before. We're all getting the job done with our current forceps line. So this is not to say that those are a problem. This is just to say that when given choice, we do gravitate towards customization. The first slide in my talk shows my ski boots, my putter, and my car, all of which feature intense customization. I have, ski boots that had custom fit molds for my feet. Does that make me a better skier? Probably not, you could argue. But am I happier at the end of the day that I use those ski boots than rentals? You bet I am. So I think conceptually that is probably the point there. You could argue that maybe a grip on a forceps that's customized would result in more precision, but to prove that, you would need a metrics that at the present point we don't have the sophistication of metrics to evaluate that. We're trying to do that indirectly. So one of my fellows is presenting at this meeting, in fact, on comparing staff to fellows on peeling ILMs and looking at time to do it, how many grasps staff take versus students, how many mistakes students make versus staff. And to no surprise, the staff obviously do better than the students. So we could now take that format of metric and then translate that over to compare performance with standard grips versus customized grips and see if there is indeed any differences. Sure, why not? And I think this goes back a little bit in the story to, will 3D printers change the manufacturing process? Some of the most amazing capabilities of where 3D printing will change the model, not only does it allow easy, quick prototypes, which were previously too expensive for the small guy to get involved with, but it also allows changes in inventory and production models that you can now be much more nimble as a company to producing customized instrumentation. So the long-term vision is one day, I work at a major teaching hospital in Toronto. What's to stop them from now opening up a lab in the basement where they have the 3D printers, they buy the files from the creativity companies, have the substrates on hand, they print off 6 forceps because Dr. Chow is operating tomorrow and this is his grip with his tip that he likes, and he wants it at this angle, not that angle, this angle. And I can now have not just a grip, but I can have the tip of the forceps in a certain size, shape, angle, all customized to me. And boom, it's done on the spot that week internally. So who gets cut out of that process? The manufacturers get cut out of that. So it's a very scary business model for manufacturers, because 3D printing opens the door to removing the manufacturing process. You've got the design, the creativity, the creation of product, and then you can skip right through to the end user. The consumer now can buy that file and produce what they want on their own time scale, with their own raw materials. So it is kind of an intriguing concept to think through potentially how it could change hospitals. Instead of having to have whole floors of packs of equipment stocked and ordering and inventory and all those issues, you can make a lot of that stuff go away if you could advance through to that type of a concept. Now, whether that'll happen or not, I'm sure there'll be a lot of hurdles in the way to something like that actually becoming a reality. But theoretically, yeah, that concept that a surgeon one day could be given a forceps that's exactly personalized on every level. isn't technically that hard to do.